Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Marc Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description.
All right, everybody. We're back here one more time. We're back home in the shed. We're still moving shit from one store to the other one.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot more shit than what I thought we had. I was so underprepared. I thought I was somebody, but I turned out I wasn't much of somebody as I thought I would. Like, fuck, it's a lot of work.
I don't know who put all that stuff in that store.
No, it's a lot of junk. So we decided, no matter what, we're going to keep the podcast rolling. We're going to keep talking shit, talking dogs. And I got introduced a while back to a couple old boys from Louisiana. And they came up and hunted with us. We had a damn good time. I think we even seen some pigs. We even bait a pig or two somewhere here and there. And these guys here, I don't know if they're wanted by the FBI or U.S. Marshals or the fugitives, whatever. But, I mean, they all right in my book regardless. So this is Kyle and Hunter. And where about Louisiana are y'all from? Because I'm way, way off. I thought y'all lived in the fucking marsh down there somewhere, but y'all don't.
No, we live in Ascension Parish.
Okay, so yeah.
About 15 minutes out of Baton Rouge, but we hunt down there in Dulac, south of Homer.
Yeah, see, the whole time y'all were talking about Homer and Dulac, and that's where I thought y'all was living at.
No, hell no, the bug's too bad down there to live.
Yes, sir. Because, we went down there with Logan Campbell, and y'all was like, man, we got a camp up there. I was like, dude, we were like hunting literally right down the road from y'all's camp.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, we got a camp over there in Centerville.
Yeah, it's in.
We do it. We just started hunting up there a little bit.
I got you.
And it is a lot better than the marsh.
I hear you.
I could see why.
Yeah, we had a good time there. It was we ran some hogs, that's for sure. We ran it was so dry. God damn, it was dry.
Yeah, they got hills compared to y'all shit. I seen what y'all hunting, and that ain't hills.
Hell no.
What's the little hills? Humps and bumps.
Yeah.
That's them baby humps.
Yeah. Our hills don't got rocks.
That's what's
down there in Dulac. A hill is a mound of trees, oak trees in the marsh.
Oh boy, messaged me last night.
And it's normally a foot deep.
Motherfucker messaged me last night. Said, "What's the dirt like down there?" I said, "It's rock." He's like, "No, like what's the ground like?" I was like, "It's rock, all rock, solid rock." He was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, it ain't no fucking dirt. If there's dirt, you transported it."
It's farmland.
That's right. I mean, that's why we can't run hound dogs. They keep getting rocks stuck in their nose when they're sucking that scent up. They're snuffing it out. So tell all these listeners out here in the hog dogging world, or the poor pitiful souls that listen to us talking shit all the time. Tell them where you guys, how y'all. We know y'all from Louisiana, so tell them how y'all got into the hog dogs. What kind of dogs y'all run, the whole 9 yards. Just go and bust off with some shit.
All right. We got into it to be honest with you, I seen a video. None of our family dog hunted or anything like that, so we kind of first at it. And we just seen some videos about 7 years ago online and shit, and it's like, I'm going to do that shit, and started acquiring dogs.
Facebook dogs.
Yeah, Facebook dogs and all that shit, and acquired a lot of them, and they were all just rough running catch dogs, really. And we probably had 20 damn dogs, and 3 of them to find a hog. But hell, we ain't know no better. We used to hunt big packs of dogs. So when they caught a hog, I never went to a bay for like 3 or 4 years. They were dispatched normally because that marsh takes you a minute to get there sometimes. And ran into a guy out of town one day working during a hurricane, and was telling him he hog hunted. That's one of the first guys that I met hog hunting named Head. He was telling me, man, get some bay dogs and shit. We never heard of nothing like that. So he hooked us up with one of his friends named Jason Wallace, and they breed Aubrey dogs, and they're pretty much full-blooded dogs, cur dogs.
Yeah.
But they're a guy named Mr. Aubrey. He bred them about 50 years before he passed, and Jason Wallace, he breeds them now. So any questions and things we had like that, I just ask him. And after we got into the, I guess, looser bay dogs, that took a little bit of getting used to because
we had to start holding ourselves back.
Yeah, because we didn't know what we were doing by no means. So when the dogs bark, we'd run to them,
And the dogs y'all running, are they bark on track some or the ones y'all
they bark
started
on
out
track
with?
some.
They do? Okay.
Oh, the ones we started out with? No, the only dog we had that barked on track was a blue chick I picked up. The rest of them, they were dead silent, and you'd hear the hog squeal before anything.
Okay.
That's what you listen for.
Yeah, we listened for the squeal.
Yeah, that's the way I did for years. I still, in all honesty, I don't care about hearing a squeal, but I'd rather be running into one caught than chasing these motherfuckers all around the country. God almighty, some running ass hogs nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Even in that marsh, they'll run. And, I mean, it gets pretty difficult in that marsh, I think, sometimes for them because, I mean, you're running in that stagnant-ass marsh water. It's damn 3 foot deep, and you got 6 foot of reeds over your head.
Smells like ass.
Everything smells like ass up in there.
Yeah.
I bet.
And
it's got to be tough for the dogs, too.
Yeah. We never had no problems with them tearing pads or nothing for running in that water because they stay waterlogged, I guess.
Yeah. Keep them
They don't
saturated.
hit no dry land. They don't hit no dry land to tear them on.
That's right. Keep them saturated.
Mm-hmm.
So
we switched over and we
go ahead.
I was saying we switched over and started running these bay dogs, and to be honest with you, man, with our kids, because we hunt a lot with our kids, and they're young kids, and with them rough dogs, it made it not as fun for them because it was a little more intense. There was a lot of, as soon as they caught, you had to get there fast because the dogs were getting messed up or something was happening, and it was just more hectic than anything, and it was becoming to where they weren't keen to going quite as much. Yeah, and we kind of started hunting these a little bit looser dogs, and they really enjoy them because, I mean, you'll hear them baying, and the kids can get to them on the buggies. Our daughters are old enough to drive them. They'll drive to the buggies and stuff like that, and it makes it a lot more interesting for them, we feel.
Yeah.
I also feel like we caught more hogs with them rougher dogs in that marsh just because they stopped them a lot faster. But I take them running a little further to bay than getting there with some messed up dogs quite often.
Yeah, I'm with that too. Like I said, if in a perfect world, of course, if I didn't have the dogs didn't have to take the damage, that's all I would run. But is the rough dogs. But and I still like even a rougher style bay dog. But we caught more hog with running catch dogs. There's no doubt.
I have to.
They ain't no breaking. They are not breaking. Like
no, it ain't coming off.
No, once they own him, that's his ass. But there's we had a good run for a lot of years where we only lost a couple of dogs over a decade, and man, we didn't get a lot of dogs cut up. It wasn't bad, but then when it happens, it's bad. It sucks. And
yeah,
it's hard. It's easier to replace a good run and catch dog than it is a good loose bay dog, I think.
I don't know.
Just to me.
Both of them serve a hell of a purpose.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? After breeding them for so many years, it's like I can take I can get a bird bull and put it in the woods off of about any kind of bird bull, and I know it's going to perform. Not every one of them, but they have a high chance of success. But finding one that's going to make a good a good cast dog that's going to bay loose, man, that's been a lot harder to find. You know.
Oh yeah, yes sir. We fight with that a little bit, but since with these looser dogs and messing with these arbor dogs, they cast pretty good. I mean, they do pretty good for us. And to be honest, we don't like no really, really long range dogs because a lot of properties that we get invited to, they're smaller sections of land.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they go a mile or more, they're probably off the property. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, I agree. I agree. I like to have them where they'll go that far if they need to.
Yeah. Ours, that's how ours are. They'll go as far as they need to once they jump it, but it's just hard, especially in that marsh.
Y'all had them too. Y'all brought a couple with y'all when y'all came up here. A couple young dogs.
Yes, sir.
That little dog Deer, he did real good.
Oh yeah, Deer gets a little interested sometimes.
Yeah,
Deer ain't afraid to get out.
Yeah, you know that first day you could tell he was kind of like it was new to him. You know, the terrain, the land, and the way everything was. But then the next day, shit, he was ready.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely used to that marsh. And what we found out when we started getting out of that marsh and hunting some other areas is dogs act totally different when you bring them somewhere new.
Yep.
And the more comfortable they were when we started bringing them other areas and stuff like that, because from where we live, we travel a lot. Like the closest place we got to hunt is 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So like the dogs are used to traveling and stuff, but just the different terrains really made a difference on them. And the more we started hunting them in different areas, the better they started doing overall for us. As even down there in the marsh where we are hunting right now.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps.
It's made a difference in the dogs. It makes more confident dogs, I feel like.
Yeah, it does. When we first started traveling, it was the same thing. You know, we started going with other people and doing that stuff. We noticed a big difference in the dogs pretty quick. You know, they would.
Y'all are pretty much the only other people we ever hunted with, really. I mean, there's not a lot of people around here that hunt hog dogs, or not a lot of people I'd like to go run dogs with. Let's say that. There's probably quite a few of them, but the more, I mean, going up there with y'all, that was just a whole different world to us, because I mean, we're from that bottomland marsh, and it makes a big difference. Yeah, especially up in there in them rocks and shit. We thought we were going to tear pads and stuff like that, but I mean, the two dogs we brought, they held up pretty well. Yeah, they held up good, and I mean, it was hot. It was hot. We hunted most of the day too. Yeah, that one day we hunted. I don't know. Well, I know deer in midnight, and I was trying to think who else. M&M, they got down there and they were baying that sow. Yep. You know, but Midnight, she had been there for a while. You know. Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was exhausted.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was bad. I think right at 3 hours. It was like 3 hours, and it was over 100 degrees. You know, and humid, humid as hell. I know when y'all got here. What?
It's like him crawling under your legs.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with that dog. But I know when y'all got here, that's when you got out. You was like, damn, I thought it was supposed to be a little cooler up here. I like, shit, no.
It's humid as hell up there. The dogs did fine. They were used to that humidity.
Yeah, they did good, though. Everybody's dogs that have come here, I feel that I've seen, have all done really well. And, you know, it's a different area. It's a different terrain than a lot. I've had people bring their dogs that hunt mountains. Big mountains, not like what we got, you know, but big mountains. And then I've had them come, like you guys come from the marsh, and the dogs, they adjusted pretty good. Usually within 2 days to 3 days, the dogs were doing real good.
Oh yeah.
But everybody's dogs on the first day, you could tell they were kind of like, well, because they don't know the land, you know, it's something different, you know.
Oh, yeah. Mine ain't never seen a cliff either, so they'd jump off one quick.
I don't worry about running off the ledge.
Our ground doesn't jump off.
Yeah. You know, and it don't take but just a minute to get a dog in a bind when you run into stuff like that.
Them damn rocks. down there in that marsh though, where they catch and stuff like that, there's nothing to bay against really. So
Yeah.
if they catch down there in that marsh, them reeds, they're like walls, and that hog will sit there and work them dogs until you. It takes you a minute to get there. He'll have everything tore down by the time you get there. All the reeds and shit, you'll see it.
Yeah.
It'll be 50 yards of just a circle where dogs been fighting a hog.
Yeah, we got plenty of stuff where we're in some of the areas that we hunt, they can put their ass against a wall, and you know, and they'll get bayed. A lot of times, I hate that they go in them deep canyons, but that's usually where they're going to bay at.
Oh yeah, they're going to get down to them bluffs. Or
Yeah, they'll get around one of them
something.
bluffs, put that ass against the wall, and that's where they're going to make their stand. And you know, so and our dogs, that's where they're kind of used to doing it, and it works out pretty good for us. But if a dog's not used to it, it can be a bad deal. If they're not,
I can see where they could get in a bad way.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened to Midnight. It wasn't too long after y'all came up, just a couple of weeks, and wound up getting in a bad spot off a bluff. And
that was an impressive dog.
Yes.
Rodney sent her about twice, and after that, she was like, "I ain't coming back."
Yeah.
She didn't either.
Yeah, if there's something there for her to run, she ain't coming back. Yeah, she's always been.
She was an impressive dog.
Yeah, she was a damn good dog, that's for sure. And since we lost her, we've been hunting her mama more. And Sally got to where she was really slowing down a lot. But like she's picked it up here in the past couple months since Midnight's been gone. She's really turned it on, but usually she's good for one hard cast. And then after that, she'll still get out and hunt, but she's not like just burning it up.
No. Some days she's mad at him.
Yeah.
Some days she's also 10 years old.
That's
She
right.
reminds you.
Like we went down there with Logan Campbell and them. She stayed in the race 3.5, 4 hours, running with him long-legged houndy curs he's got, and she stayed out there like that's what she was supposed to do, And I was surprised. I was really thinking, I was like, she's probably gonna stay about an hour. She's gonna bring her ass back. She stuck it out, man. I was like, damn, she's feeling sporty today.
She was feeling good. We got one of my older dogs. He's about 5 or 6. His name's Spook, and down there in that marsh, he got his Achilles tendon cut in the back of his leg, so he's pretty much 3-legged. And he's kind of like that. He's good for a racer too. If you catch one good hog, as soon as the bulldog gets there, he's putting teeth on. It don't bother me none that he catches with them.
Yeah.
And he's that way. He's not going. He can stick one out, and he's a bad dude. He'll stop a hog. Yeah. But after that, he'll let you know. He'll sit on side of you and be like, "Boss, I'm done. Load me up." He's done with it. He ain't relaying like. But before he got 3-legged, he would relay good, and he was really good. But whenever he lost that leg, that's hard on him.
And it's his back leg.
It's his back leg. So he's gimped because it just kind of flops. I hate to say that, but I mean,
I got one that does the same thing. His front leg hits his right front leg, and it just kind of flips around right on his foot. He got that tendon cut.
Yeah, I had 4 different surgeries done on him, and it just wouldn't hold. He just took too much damage back there. I don't know if the hog bit him and just tore everything up, but he would never. I mean, it would recover for a little while, and then it would just fall apart. But I tell you what, we've struggled the most with since started hunting was finding a vet. That has been the damn hardest thing in the world to find a vet around here that understands that that we hunting them. I don't know if y'all struggle with that, but the vet that I go to is 2.5 hours away, and I'm happy to make the drive. Don't get me wrong. He is, wonderful. And he's always treated me fair and gave me, plenty of advice.
That's
more
good.
than more than a lot of people. But
no, that's good to have a vet like that. We don't have many that I know. In the state of Alabama, how many vets offices have you been in your life?
4.
In here?
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know if you'd ever been
3 or 4.
I didn't know if you'd ever been in any. I've only been in 2. No, I've been in 3.
Yeah, we don't bring them for every little bump and bruise.
No, I was just trying to think of any vets like that would, that knows what a working dog is. We have a couple around here that do, but like you said, it's still few and far between.
Oh yeah. And over here, everybody around here has house dogs or subdivision dogs. So we call our dogs subdivision dogs too, because I mean they built a subdivision around 3 sides of our house. So
yuppies.
Oh, it's terrible too. It is terrible.
I gave y'all a real coon ass name. Some straight fucking Legionnaire, Louisiana, the Baudion Brothers. And now y'all in the
we are too.
Y'all in the subdivisions now. And got subdivisions down.
Hey, y'all built it around us.
Y'all gonna have to send no deer. Y'all gonna have to send no deer up here. Y'all gonna cull him.
Make a dog out of him.
Cull that motherfucker and send him to me. Send his black ass up here. We'll have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Make you feel better. I don't live quite in a subdivision. My dog gets to look at woods all day.
Oh, well, that's okay. I feel a little better about it then. I was gonna say them
that deer gets to look at woods all day.
Them poor babies gonna be down there. They're gonna be, if they ever get to come up here and see me, they're gonna be like, I want to go stay with G Pappy. I gotta go see G Pappy. Get away from this subdivision shit.
Hell yeah.
They need to cut. Y'all need to bring them up this year, like right after deer season goes out. Load them up. Y'all bring them up here. I mean, and I promise you, don't bring a whole bunch of dogs because I'm going to fill your box up when you go home. I got a bunch of young dogs.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
We keep a small yard at the house.
You better get the extender pan out. We're going to extend that subbitch out. Man, we just
flip the back seat up and just tie them all on the floorboard.
That's it. That's how you got to do it sometimes. That's
how I got to ride them to the vet in the truck.
I can honestly say, between both yards, it's all one big family.
That's it. Well, that's the way
we ain't got a different one in the back.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
We just had a litter out of the 2 good dogs we had out of that Aubrey dog stuff, and puppies are right about a year old now, and man, they've been doing good. And it's refreshing to have a good set of puppies. Not saying they're all going to be great and everything else, but it's just refreshing to have them just naturally doing things, because when we first started, we were just getting a whole bunch of just mixed up, crossed up dogs, and kind of like I heard on another podcast, they say mixing paint. We were just mixing paint, and I culled through probably 4 litters or so before I ever got a dog that would bark at a hog. And I'm talking hunting them until they're a year and a half or more.
Now these,
I mean,
for the listeners out there, now these are the ones you're talking about right now. These are the out of the Aubrey dogs. This will be y'all's dogs, not some shit y'all got from somebody else. These are y'all's litter. These are a litter of puppies that were born on y'all's yard. This is a generation here that we're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
These dogs, yes, sir. I'm saying these puppies are refreshing. These puppies are refreshing compared to the ones we went through in the past.
Jason gave us 2 dogs.
Yeah, Jason gave us 2 dogs, and we hunted those dogs out, and he'll give us a dog after he has a litter or something like that, like, try this one, see how these are hunting and stuff, and we continue with that. But we bred 2 dogs we had from him out of the same family of dogs. I mean, I wouldn't... Yes, sir. We got 6 pups on the yard right now, and they're doing pretty good. One of them found a hog. And
I was thinking to say, that's the ones y'all told me a few weeks ago, y'all were... when y'all headed to the marsh, that y'all was taking just on puppies, wasn't it? Just them young dogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We'll take the puppies by themselves a pretty good bit. We'll take 2 of them and kind of whoever pairs find together before we run them with an old dog. Just seeing what they'll naturally do. Because I know if you put them with an old dog, they'll go with them. And I don't know if it'll create a bad habit of them me tooing or not, but back whenever we first started, we had 1 dog that'll find a hog and 6 of them me too to them, and that made us nervous. So now we'll start the puppies out kind of by themselves and not really hunt them with a grown dog until they start doing shit on their own. Really,
there you go.
Just naturally, just seeing what the instincts are of them, and we'll go from there with them.
It can be frustrating because you're not going to be catching hogs every time you go out. But at the same time, if you, like you said, you're over here mixing paint, that gets you 2 things. It gets you an ugly, fucked up color that nobody likes, or you become an artist.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so when you mix paint, like that, and then you get it down to where it's the right ratio, and you got the shit that you wanted. And then when you take them puppies out and you have them first 2 or 3 trips where you're like, well, man, they're doing all right, but you know, you ain't found no hogs. Then all of a sudden they find one and there ain't no old dogs there. That right there is, to me, that's like the highlight for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we had one, 3 weekends ago?
Yeah, 3 weekends ago, one of them found a pig.
One of them found a pig.
It was the first one out of this litter of the Aubrey dogs that we've had that did it. Because the other dogs that we had in the past, man, them suckers there, boy. They Me Too'd or they just didn't have money on them. They weren't Aubrey dogs. We just got into the Aubrey dogs about 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
And he gave me a puppy one time, man, and I had some dogs that I thought were good dogs, and that puppy was just, I mean, burning their ass up. They were finding hogs in front of them. Them dogs would still be by the buggy. He'd be bayed. I mean, he was 9, 10 months old. He'd be bayed solid. Yeah. And I was like, okay, there's definitely a better way of doing this.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Through that, oh, yeah, and I thought I was doing good, you know. I mean, we ain't had nobody to compare it to, nothing to see, so we just doing it on our own. I'm like, all right, we're doing something. And I get an 8-month-old puppy, put him in the woods the second time, he goes find a hog and bays. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm fighting these 3-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I did that shit a couple months ago with that damn big old. Y'all seen Harry when you were here, wouldn't you? That big old wolfhound I got.
Oh yeah, that is a dog.
Hey, listen, I'd never turned him loose. You know, I never messed with it. I said, well, I'm gonna wait till he's blah 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 and his cools off. Well, I fuck around, turned him loose, and I think it was the second time or third time I turned him loose, hell, he found his own hog. This son bitch was 1.12 miles by himself.
Yeah, he got out deep.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute, this son bitch is supposed to be like, you know, ride the bed of the truck, jump off and catch a pig right here in the ditch.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Hey, I tell you what,
you know, trying to have other dogs that's gonna cast. I was like, shit, I got a damn stag hound out here that's running 400 damn miles. And I'm not complaining. I promise you, I ain't complaining.
He got that yonder in him.
Yeah. Hey, he get yonder for real, and that's fine. I don't care. Let him go if that's what it takes.
As long as he ain't running past
I don't
pigs.
mind.
Yeah, as long as he don't run past no pigs, we all right.
Oh yeah. Hey, Nate wanted them donkeys. Hell, he just get a couple more of them like that. He'll put the pack on them, pack them wherever he wants to go. You know, take the packs off and send them.
I'm gonna
keep 2 weeks of packing.
I'm gonna hunt the shit out of him this winter. Me and Rodney carried M&M the other day. Nate had a bachelor trip they were on with his brother-in-law and them, soon to be, and I stole his dog, and M rigged his first one. I was like, oh, hell yeah. We was going out through there. Somebody kept sticking his head out. And me and Rodney's looks like, damn, they whining hard. I said, they laying right here somewhere. And then he kept opening that mouth a little bit, and he finally squeaked. I said, stop, dumped him out. Boom, he was gone. 0.9, sit down.
Damn.
Like,
you can't complain about that.
Nah, man, it was hard to get to. We finally, now it wasn't just him. Now, when he got out, we threw Mama on the ground too. Sally, she took off. She headed one way. I think when they come up to the head of this holler, it kind of splits, you know, and they went up the hill, crossed the ridge, headed toward the river, and he finally got it bayed, and then Sally, she had one bayed. We got in there close enough you could hear both of them baying, and it was just a straight high wall in front of us, about 80 foot tall, so we had to stop, go back around, and by the time it just kept breaking on us, kept breaking. And finally, yeah. Well, I mean, it is probably what it is. Too. But, you know, now he knows that, hey, if I bark on this box, they're going to let me go. I sure hope he does anyway.
Yeah, create some good habits out of it.
Yeah,
that's the plan. That's the overall plan.
I got him a nice piece of carpet going to go on the hood. Got his own little chain. He don't even need a chain. He just get up on top, just ride. He don't need to be clipped up.
He minds well.
He better. Sometimes he acts like he don't. He wants to get, like, he's right here beside us right now. He wants to get inside your body.
In your lap.
He don't want to. He don't want to lean against you. This motherfucker wants to get inside your soul. And I'm like, dude, you can't get inside me. Stop. And he's my buddy, but he's Nate's dog, though. He minds Nate. He don't mind me that good.
He's something else.
He's all right, though. He's a pretty good dog. But he's one of them, like we were talking about, 9, 10 months old, going a mile deep, finding his own hogs, you know. And then he's been going through the terrible twos this summer. Whew, there was a few days.
We're about to get into that, I'm sure.
There was a few days.
Yep.
I was like, if you don't act right, Nate's probably gonna leave you here, brother.
Yeah, I'll ground him. That's the only way to get to him. You gotta ground him.
Ain't gonna be G Pappy's grandson.
No, hey, he got him a little shot of some of that poop nanny, and then he went crazy for a little while, and he wouldn't leave no female alone. He just lay over there with a root
Went
hanging
feral
out.
on you?
Hey, it is what it is. My man got him some and grew up. Now he's ready.
He don't want to hunt no more, huh? That's normally what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till old deer hits the terrible too.
Yeah. It be coming for too long. Well, how old is he now?
He's 2.
Shit, a year and 3
No, I'm talking
months.
about deer.
Year and 4 months.
I was going to say, I thought he was about
Year and
16
4 or
months.
5 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 months. Yeah,
Because he was a year
young.
old when
He
y'all
was learning to go.
He was a year old when y'all
Yeah.
came up here with him.
Yeah, I think he just turned a year old.
12 or 13 months. I know he was young.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was impressed with him.
He's not afraid to get. He's not afraid to get deep for some reason.
Hell no, he ain't
And
afraid of it.
he's kind of not normally, as we don't normally let him cast. Well, I wouldn't say let them, because we let them cast as far as they want to cast and go. But normally they'll go 600, 700, 800 yards, make a loop or something like that, and we'll move. And I kind of like that a little bit better, because when you cut deer out, he's going.
Yeah, we hunted him out in what? Simsport.
Yeah, we went.
This son of a bitch fucking decided to put his running shoes on that day.
He bayed at like 2 point something miles from us. We got in there, and they were in some bad vines, and it took us a second to get in there, and that hog pulled off of him, and shit, deer went another mile and a half after that. Oh, we were like, dude, we never getting this dog back. We on 3 different properties. We don't know where we're at. Like, this dude's never coming back.
Yeah.
We're calling the landowner that we're hunting with, and he's like, "Oh, just keep on going. It'd be all right." Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's my kind of landowners. They're like, I don't give a shit. Just go. Be like, oh, you own this
He
land
didn't care
too? They're
'cause it
like, I
wasn't
don't
his
know who owns it.
That's exactly how it was. I don't know.
Like he said, I know that everybody around here don't like hogs, and I'm sure they ain't gonna be mad at you for killing it. I was like, all right.
And that's
all
the
we needed to
truth.
know.
That's the truth. I haven't met, as long as I've been doing this, I haven't met anybody that was mad because we were catching hogs. You know, if we were on
And normally, if you're like, I'd just go get my dog and let him go. They're against that. They're like, no, you might as well kill him. Oh,
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, I have had a few of them be like, look, I don't want y'all hunting here. You know,
Yeah.
but if your dog's over here and you catch a hog, I want you to kill, you know, don't leave the hog. Which where we're at, we got to kill all of them if we catch them. If they're caught, if we put our hands on them, we got to kill them. So, but if we don't put our hands on them, as you guys know, you can just call your dogs off and say, "Let's go, get in the truck, let's get on out of here."
Yep.
Now they don't work that fucking easy. Not when you got a pissed off, not when you got a mean ass Sal that's turning around trying to whoop everybody's ass.
Yeah, and you're on a ridge,
Good
not
thing-
trying to slide into her.
Yeah.
Good thing for that natural trap back there.
Yeah, and I don't know I still don't know what that was about, but that was all right though. That worked out perfect.
Oh,
That big old culvert was
Couldn't
just in a
ask no
perfect
better.
place.
Yeah. For the listeners out there, what we're talking about, it ain't an inside joke, but it's just when they came up, we had the dogs get out pretty deep and got on another property. Well, I got in touch with one of the guys that hunts that place. He's the hog hunter in that club. And he's like, man, go on in there, handle your business. You know, very professional about everything. We got in there and we were on this ridge looking down. And there's a big, big sow. And she was actually in the open. And very few times do we get something in the open. It was open enough for us. And there was this big hole where a culvert was at. And the culvert was in 2 pieces. And she slid down in that hole and one of them culverts fell. And it was looked like one of them big drop traps just fell over. So we got to grab the dogs and get the hell out of the way. And if it hadn't been for that, it wouldn't have happened like that.
No,
In a little different story.
she came out that hole and checked us too. She came looking right at us.
Oh, you damn right. She was
Like,
checking.
you want any more?
Like, no, ma'am. I don't want no more.
How you feel on your way, man?
Yeah. And you know that guy, he called me 3 weeks ago. And it was like 11. So he couldn't get his dog back, and it was over on our property. He called me. It was about 11:30 at night. And it was raining. You know, it's just nasty weather and stuff. So I get in the vehicle and go up there. I carry my Garmin with me. He gives me the track number. I track his dog. The dog's bayed over there on our side. And I was like, he told me, he was like, well, I'll tone him or I'll get him out. I was like, shit, if he's bayed, look, we let him do his thing. And I got in there. And when I come across the hill, it was only like 240, I think, from me. Well, the hog broke. I think you see my headlights when I come across the hill. It's just the way the land is laid. And that hog broke and took off again. I called and told him, I said, well, he broke. He's running. He's like, well, I'll try to get him back. I was like, hell no. Let him run. Like, I'm up here. Let's go. We finna hunt.
Yeah. We're about to catch his
Yeah.
ass.
And that's what he was like. He said, man, you don't know how much I appreciate that. I was like, well, hell, every time I call him, you know, he's cool about it. So trying to have a good relationship with other hunters, man, it's not complicated. It's not. All you got to do is let somebody know, communicate. That's it. It's not hard. And it'll make life a lot easier. I don't know if y'all have to deal with a bunch of that shit down there where y'all are at or not.
We really never ran into another hunter. Most of the properties that we get access to, nobody's dogged or somebody's dogged in the past and they fucked it up for everybody for a while, and then they'll let us slip up in there and try one day or something. We'll bring kids or their kids or something. Some old people, they'll be like, bring their grandkid. Well, shit, we'll tote them along with us. Let them come.
That's good. So how many hogs do you think y'all catch on average a year? I know y'all don't write them down and all that, but I didn't know if y'all caught a lot. Or y'all only run dogs? Do y'all trap or shoot or anything?
We only run dogs. We only run dogs, and
That's hard.
I don't know. It depends on the year, because like right now we're running them pups a lot, and they'll run them and they'll lose on them here and there. So this year it's kind of been slow for us, but let's just say 100 hogs or so a year, 80, 100 hogs a year probably. Yeah. Hunting with the kids. I mean, it's a little better when we ain't got the kids because we could hunt a little bit harder, go through a little bit more. But a lot of times in that marsh, if they get too far in there, we're going to have to get in a boat and go around or swim a couple canals. And shit.
For a while, we only had one piece of property to hunt.
Yeah.
And now it's out there in that marsh.
That marsh we still hunt that marsh.
We still hunt the marsh.
Yeah. But that was our main piece of property we hunted, and we killed some damn hogs off that property.
That property is full.
We used to kill a lot of like 60, 80 pound pigs, 100 every now and then. But here lately, as the years went by, it's like I don't know if diminished the medium ones, but we've been we catch some better hogs now. We'll say that. And
one day we showed up to feed, and it looked like probably about 10 hogs come out over 200 pounds just to come walking across the road.
Damn.
But every time we cut them loose, we're going to catch a 60-pound pig instead of a 200-pound pig.
That's right. That's right.
Every time.
Well,
or nothing.
Anytime we go to a new property, it's like that. A lot of days we just sit there and the dog will be 100 yards. You hear a little pig squealing. They'll be 300 yards. They'll stop for 5 minutes. You're like, well, I wonder what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then
we go through that quite often.
Sow and 10 pigs cross the road, and then a sow and 2 pigs cross the road a mile up ahead of you. And you're like, wonder where the dogs are coming out at. Just shit like that. That's aggravating sometimes, but at the same time, that's part of it.
It definitely is. It's definitely aggravating, especially like whenever they've been running one for a while and end up on a pig. It's like, I know this damn pig ain't ran a half a mile.
Yes.
I know it. It's like 14-pound piglet.
Yep.
They ain't no way they run this sucker 1.5 miles.
No, we deal with that stuff. This year we've dealt with it. Well, I think probably more than we have in a lot of years. But we've also
We'll have to run them rough dogs a little while.
And that's what we did. That's what we've been doing. And I started bringing them rough dog back. I was like, you know what? I know how to stop this shit. And because like they're and if it gets to where the dogs are going to break a mile, or well, depending on what property it's at, of course, but if it gets to where they're going to have to go a half a mile or more, then I'm not going to bring the rough dogs. Because generally, like you said, that tells you that them little pigs, they're not running that some bitch no 1.5 miles. And so,
definitely.
But we've took 2 or 3 new properties this year, took them on, and it's been a pain in the ass to catch a good hog. But we caught them, but not no big hogs.
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, I like catching them damn 80, 100-pound pigs because you get in a mess of them. That's fun. That's fun shit right there.
No. You sound like Rodney now.
Catching them damn 200-pound ones, that gets interesting too often sometimes.
We want them 300s.
Oh, no, I ain't never killed no 300. Never killed no 300.
I ain't never seen a 300-pounder either, but that's what I want to catch.
Oh, we killed a bunch of 2s, but...
Kill a whole bunch of 30-pound ones, maybe.
We got on I think our biggest hog came from behind a subdivision.
Yeah, one of the biggest dogs we caught.
We jumped it 50 yards behind the playground of a subdivision.
We'll be back after a quick break.
And now, thanks to the sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers. Animal Housing Solutions.
Boars N Broads.
Crockett Taxidermy.
Hardcore Hog Dogs.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Ada Y Transport.
4L Kennels.
The American Doghorn Museum.
Unique Hounding Hunting Supply.
Hogbaying.com.
Tuskers Magazine.
Mud Creek Hog Dog Trials.
We were trying to hunt a different property, and we ran across some guys running rabbit dogs in a field. They're like, man, turn them dogs loose if y'all got hog dogs. These damn hogs is messing with my rabbit dogs. We cut them loose, and no shit. 50 yards behind the damn subdivision, he jumped, and we both looked at each other and said, that's a big hog. They took him on a loop, and we caught him probably 80 yards behind that subdivision. We blood trailed that 3-legged dog I got. We blood trailed him. He was in one-wheel peel trying to scoot to the bay. Hunter had a plot hound puppy in there hanging him, and we're like, dude, this is not he was just was whooping his ass.
All that hog put up in there just grunting
and
slinging dogs.
I leashed that damn my 3-legged dog. He was in one-wheel peel. We leashed him on a tree. He just sat up and howled. And I said, shit, they bayed. So we cut the bulldogs loose. And, of course, it's in a bad briar patch. We can't stand up. And he cut every dog we had.
As soon as we sent the catch dog in his briar patch, and all of a sudden you seen the catch dog's legs above the briar patch.
Yeah, the catch dog was above the briar patch. And we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is not good.
No.
It's getting different. And when we caught that hog, when we legged him, I don't think the bulldog's feet ever hit the ground.
I don't think so.
Damn it, boy.
He had him up there like a rodeo. He was just slinging him. And, I mean, our bulldog's 60-something pounds probably.
But as soon as we went in that briar patch, it was probably like three other hogs right there?
Yeah,
that
2 or 3 other big hogs jumped out. We were hunting some farmland over here by the Mississippi River. And, man, that was the biggest hogs we've seen. But we rode them. People in that subdivision thought we were crazy. We had that damn pig tied up in the back of that buggy. Dogs cut everywhere. Everybody was coming outside looking like, what the hell is going on?
We had to the gas station trying to get us some beer.
Yeah, we had to stop at the damn corner store, get some beer to go home on the buggy.
Everything laying on the side.
Everything. People come out of the gas station.
Well, that's how it happens in the subdivision, boys. That's how it goes.
It happens.
Hey, Around here, we running out of property. We got to hit them in the corners we find them.
Hey, as long as you hit them, you're doing good.
Right.
You know, you hear a lot of people, they make excuses and they'll come up with every reason why they can't hunt or why they don't hunt anymore. Like you just said, man, we ain't got no properties. Sounds like you can find them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can find them. It's just they're small sections.
Yep, exactly. You just got to do it.
Small sections. First question we ask is, how's your neighbors?
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll have somebody with 100, 200 acres, and they got hogs. Of course, they got it more than anybody else around them for some reason.
Uh-huh.
But as long as most of them is like, man, our neighbors hate hogs. Well, shit, we'll run them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we only got one property that's by a subdivision. The rest is surrounding woods.
Most places are by woods, or I don't know. Around here,
swamp, islands.
Yeah, a lot of islands and swamps.
We got a good little island that we like to run puppies on, do some puppy training on.
Oh,
it's probably about 1.5 miles long, but about, 60 yards wide, and it's just oak trees with just marsh growed up around them.
And a lot of times them sows let them, the piglets get up in there, and we just like to throw them little puppies on them.
They'll get in there and chase them sows and pigs. But I'm going to tell you what, a hog can swim faster than a dog. Or at least our dogs. Let me tell you something.
A hog
them
can
hogs cross
stroke
the water down there in that marsh. Half their body is out, and look, they're crossing. We chasing them down in a boat and can't catch them.
I only seen one dog that could swim fast, and that was Midnight. And I'm dead ass serious. Like in open water, they've been like we got a lot of GoPro footage. That's some bitch you could hear. You see the GoPro, it'd be underwater, but you could hear it. And then all of a sudden, that some bitch, she'll climb up. She would climb up on their back and ride that motherfucker. I'm dead ass serious. That some bitch, I promise you.
Bad.
And but she's one of the only dogs that I've ever seen, and I was always impressed by that part because, like you said, a hog can swim fucking fast.
A hog can swim, especially down there in that marsh. They native to that shit. They could swim.
Now we never hunted the marsh, so I don't know how they would do there. Our dogs, I don't know how they would do.
Shit, we've had them swim the intercoastal canal down there and had to literally wait till the shrimp boats passed to get across to them.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
We had a
I'll send you that video.
We had to swim across a big pond. We had the dog chasing the hog and the alligator chasing both of them.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, dude, we got alligators like crazy down there because they dig ponds down there to build levees. And, man, them damn ponds fill up with alligators. You'll walk on them little potato levees.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
alligators jumping off of it.
They just migrate to you. If they in the pond, everything will migrate to whatever side you on.
Sounds like my kind of place. No, because, I just have to go on a rampage. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. You can go on a rampage and you go broke buying bullets down there. I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, I don't believe in guns. I believe in a K-bar.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Hand to hand. That's what's happening when I come down there.
Well, when you come down, I'll be the videoer.
You can video all you want. You're gonna see it. Hey, I'm telling you're gonna see it. Y'all gonna be like,
get hands on.
Yeah, we're gonna make an instructional video on how to. Yeah, they can Google this shit. DIY.
Hey,
dude,
I'm gonna tell you what. You pull out.
I ain't never pulled out, motherfucker. I got 8 kids.
No, you pull out on one of them levees. Pull out on one of them levees, and I'm telling you, the alligator starts swimming to the bank you own. You got to see it.
We've never had to deal with alligators. I take that back. We did this new property we're hunting now. We got some gators down there, and it's one of them deals. I don't see how you guys deal with it all. I make jokes and cut up all the time, talking shit, of course, but in all reality of it, man, that's a dangerous deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It can happen so fast. They get your dog and be gone.
No, the most dangerous phase that we could do or catches we could do is if them dogs catch that sucker on the edge of one of them ponds or canals, like catch it in it right there on the corner, you better get there because them alligators, they coming.
Oh,
any movement, they coming. I've just seen you some videos of us riding by and alligator swimming to the bank.
You can watch it, the dogs. If you come on the road and then the dog's coming across the levee right down there by that pond, You can watch all the gators just migrate towards where that side of that dog's on.
Yeah, that's bad stuff there, really. Have y'all lost many dogs to gators?
No,
No.
I'd say one dog?
Yeah, probably one.
Probably one dog.
We had
in
them get
7
bit.
years. We've had a couple get bit, and I'm gonna tell you what, the infection they get from that shit ain't good.
I imagine not.
They just throw a dog up. I ain't gonna lie to nobody.
Oh yeah, I had a blue tick get bit across the hips, and he almost never really recovered well. I don't know if it's the pressure or what, but
That's probably one of them Pat Lewing blue ticks.
Man,
That's something's probably had to clap. What's wrong with it? You get one of these Alabama blue ticks. You get one of these Alabama blue ticks. If a gator bites it, that gator can never use his teeth again. He'll crawl off and die from infection 3 days later. The gator does when he bites one of these blue ticks. Yeah,
that's funny shit right there.
Oh, I'm telling. Like we carried a blue tick on a bear hunt one time, and that blue tick they never. I'm talking about never ever is allowed to go again. Period. Old Mule Skinner said, "Listen, don't ever bring him back." He said, "Don't ever bring him back." I said, "Why?" He said, "That somebody's going to kill 5 grizzly bears in North Carolina." Grizzly bears in North Carolina. I said, "Listen, y'all said we was going bear hunting. You didn't specify what kind of bear." So when you get a good blue tick, what I'm saying, boys, is if you get a good blue tick, it's a good one. That's all it was. You didn't get a good one. I got you. Don't worry about it.
He was trashy.
If it's a blue tick, I guarantee you some bitch is trashy.
Trash.
Oh, he was trash.
I love a trashy dog, I'll be honest.
It makes it fun sometimes.
Yeah, because you're gonna catch something. You're gonna find some shit.
Oh man.
See you out there treading through 800 yards of marsh and that motherfucker's barking at an armadillo.
Yeah. We used to run them little terriers all the time, and if we went to somewhere where there really wasn't nothing going on as far as hogs, them some bitches was gonna find a possum, a coon, armadillos, groundhogs, coyotes, foxes. I mean, literally, I've had Jags go in there and just go ahead face to face with a half-grown coyote in a den, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But I will say this: it was never a dull moment.
Keep it interesting.
Hey, like we say, it's interesting.
Yes, very interesting. Yes. Well, he got on the road there for what, probably 2 or 3 years, is we literally would take one day and just go free cast dogs on whatever they ran. It was like literally just whatever the fuck they ran, that's fine. It don't matter.
That would be interesting.
And you talking about fun, man, we had some fun. But it only worked good with the Jags and the Patterdales and the small dogs. With the other dogs,
they just game for anything.
Yes, and you can put them on a hog track and they'll run it, even if they just ran a coon. You know what I mean? It's like they could. You could swap them back.
They run what you put them on.
Yeah, whatever you put them on. But now some of the other dogs we had, if you started letting them trash a little bit, you can hang that shit up.
Meat dog.
Yeah, they was just figuring to fuck up a hunt in a minute. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
If you was out there and hog sign everywhere and there's a damn rabbit run across the road, we on a rabbit hunt now. And that shit was not cool then. You know, but it was not fun then.
Hey, old deer started out a bird dog.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You know them egrets and shit?
Yeah.
That some bitch run across that marsh and an egret jump up and fly or crane. That's it. It's on. He'd bay and run that some bitch down.
That's why he's got that. That's why he gets so deep. He's trying to follow them birds.
That was the funniest shit. That's what he is, a bird dog.
Right here, probably what, 6 months old?
Yeah, he chased the shit out of a cowbird.
Yeah, I don't think I heard that one yet.
No, did he ever actually bait one out in the field or something where you could see it? That'd be so
shit,
fun.
he bait him across a canal one time. One of them big blue herons or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
He baited across the canal. We go over there to him. He ain't probably, like Hunter said, maybe 6 months old.
Yeah, he's young.
Looking at him like, what the hell? I ain't never seen no shit like this.
That's funny as hell. What's the trashiest shit y'all ever baited?
A bear?
Well, that ain't
For us.
Yeah, well, that ain't trashy. But, oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me that now. Yeah. How in the hell did y'all? Well, y'all didn't tree it though. Y'all bait it, right? It was on the ground.
No, we treated.
Well, he baited until he treed.
Oh,
Y'all made him tree.
sorry, that's a bad story.
Well, let's hear this story.
Me and Kyle hunt this section. I mean, it's a big section, but one section of woods of it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on this side, throw some dogs loose. You throw some dogs loose this side, we're gonna meet in the middle. Well, dog jumps, and I'm like, damn. He lets me know he's running. I'm like, hey, I'll get on the phone. I'm like, hey. I was like, Spook just jumped a big old hole. He's coming through. And I was like, wait, that's a fucking bear. So I called the dog off of it. Kyle's on the other side.
I'm like 500 or 600 yards from him, and I'm like, no shit, a bear. We ain't never seen no damn bear before in our life.
Never in the woods.
And all of a sudden, probably 10, 15 minutes later, one of the other dogs, Sissy, she starts baying. We're like, damn. I said, Hunt, might as well get over here. She found a pig, you know. We get around. She's baying. We get all the way around, get the bulldogs. I think Spook went in there. One of the puppies we got, she went in there, and they all treed. And I'm like, ought to be a good pig. Get like 50, 60 yards from it, man. I'm looking in. I'm like, Hunt, that is a big-ass hog.
It's in a dark, like, bottomland
Big bottom.
So it's real dark.
We cut them bulldogs loose, and that damn hog climbed that tree. And we were like, holy.
They cut the bulldogs loose. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was on the phone with her.
We didn't know it was a bear. I was like, that's a big hog, because all I could see was a little black in the back of him. And they were baying him on the ground.
I can only imagine that's not the first time you ever seen a little black from the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so y'all gonna have to tighten up, boys. That's a bear. You can't cut the bulldog loose on a bear. Thank God he treed.
Well, you could. Oh, he treed.
Right
We've been in a bind because we both looked at each other and was like,
I bet he would have been in a bind.
all we got is a piece of mule tape and a pocket knife, so we'd had to get a little Western with them. We'll say that. It was going to get a little interesting.
Yeah, that would definitely be one for the books there for sure. So what y'all do? Y'all just get to watch it for a little while and y'all move on?
No, it lasted about what, 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah, we let them watch it bay, and then we hollered at the bulldogs and the bay dogs. The bay dogs were looking at us when that some bitch climbed that tree like, hey, something's wrong.
Yeah.
This is. So they knew something was wrong. We just hollered at them. They come right off, and we went back hunting.
Yeah, they came right off. They knew they weren't supposed to be on that.
No.
Yeah.
But now when we hunt over, because we never thought of treating no damn bear. So now when we go hunt that area, we make sure we look at the hog before we send the bulldogs now. Because I ain't never had that problem.
That was first experience ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something different right there for sure. And
I'm telling you, that blew my mind.
I'm glad we don't have to deal with that. Well, I say we don't, but it's getting to where there's a few more bear around than there used to be. So I can only imagine, sooner or later it's going to become an issue.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the first time we ever run into it, and to be honest, I kind of want to go up north and go run some bear dogs because that shit's fun.
Oh yeah. It is. It ain't no doubt.
We watched them videos and listened to a couple podcasts of them bear people up there, and I tell you what, they got that shit down to a science with that bear hunting.
It's different. Like you can go to places where they're hunting in the swamps in the marsh, like in South Georgia. It's a whole nother world compared to Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, some of those places. They don't hunt the same. I mean, the principle's the same. Don't get me wrong, but it's different. You're going to see a lot of bigger bears. I figured the biggest bears was going to be in the mountains, but they're not. Mm. Now there are some big bears that I've seen, and that we've talked to people and stuff. But the bigger ones, they bay them on the ground. And and I've seen some hounds. They're not going to bay a whole lot. It blew my mind. Like they grab one and stretch that sumbitch out.
Really?
You better believe that.
Hunter got a plot hound, and that's the first experience he had. Well, he got rid of it now. I'm gonna tell you what, he was like you talk about. He'd bark until he got there,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, it was all business. He'd go to slobbering.
It ripped a whole damn. It got to be a pat. He'd rip a whole ear off.
Oh yeah.
He started getting all our other shit messed up because he was gritty as hell. Him.
Oh, he was so gritty. Then in the looser dogs, if something put teeth, they'll help put teeth. Like they ain't scared to put no teeth.
Gang.
But man, that Plothound kept getting all the dogs fucked up because he wasn't big enough to handle nothing. Because I think he was a year and he was 6 months. He wasn't that old, but he was catching everything.
We had a couple that was rough. Plot hounds. I've only had a few, but every one of them fucking rough.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
much
Rankin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That one we had was rough. That blue tick I had was rough.
We got some. We've had some rough blue ticks. We got a female out there right now that's gamey as a damn fucking bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
The damn blue ticks can bite too.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
bite hard.
That's all that. That's that possum bites. That's how they. That's how they learn how to bite. It's a long line of possum dogs. Because you got to put that pressure on the possum. You can't just barely grab it and shake it like you can a raccoon. You got to put some pressure on the possum.
You got to get them bones to pop.
And that's like I said. You get your good blue tick, grizzly bear. What about it? No problem. Anybody studying that shit? Get him and move on, boys. Let's go. We got other shit to do. You know.
I had me a blue tick catch dog.
Yeah. I had a blue tick one time. It got bad on armadillos, real bad, and it was swallowing them whole. I couldn't break that sumbitch from it at all. I mean, it was bad. I had to get rid of it. But you know, everybody needs something. That's them Alabama blue ticks, boy. I'm telling you.
Hey,
they bred right here in McCollum Flats. That's where it's happening, at the bottom of the mountain.
down in the deep holler.
Hey, listen, you get over there and they start treeing a coon. That some bitch will have all 4 feet on the tree, standing on it. All 4 feet.
Holding his tail, holding him up.
Damn right. Some bitch comes out with his own mining belt with a light and a little camp axe.
like Nate Stag dogs he's about to have camped out with.
Hell yeah, got him a saddle, got everything on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, man, that's y'all got y'all got any more good hunting stories? Everybody likes the hunting stories.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, just all y'all gotta do is talk about going hunting. All y'all shit been fun as hell so far. Sounds like
we're trying to make a good time out of everything.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's the way
we went the other day, while it was still a little cooler. That's like a cool hunt we did. Our girls have been watching YouTube videos and shit, everybody hog hunting, and they listen to y'all's podcasts and shit.
What's up, girls?
Yeah. They gonna be fired up.
They gonna be listening. Y'all come. Hey, I'll tell y'all, Dad. Tell them y'all want to come see G Pappy and Nate Dogg. Y'all come hang out with us.
Oh, they know y'all are already. They ready.
Yeah,
they were pissed off they couldn't come hunt the mountains.
Yeah, y'all come on with us. They can drive us around.
They would too.
Hey, don't tempt them because
you see riding his truck, they ain't gonna hurt it.
Shit, no.
We bring some extra zip ties and we'll be all right.
So we went. They watched them videos and all, so they wanted to do a intro video and this, so they introducing the dogs, and we cut the dogs out one day, and they just went the total opposite direction. And we were planning on them going.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up over there. We were like, shit, let's go pick them up and redrop them. Shit, we got over there, and they were all bait. We cut the bulldogs loose, and I guess we got on some sows and some pigs. We caught, they were just making loops and coming back. We caught 4 hogs, probably how far? 100, 200 yards, maybe? Maybe 100, 200 yards. They'd make
about, 120?
Yeah, 100-something pound of hogs. But my daughter, she was driving the side-by-side, and our bulldogs blew. So she told me, because me and my brother will go in, and she'll sit on the buggy if they ain't bait too far. We'll try to get in there and see what's going on. And so I'd have to get her on the phone, and she'd say, "Daddy, you just yell code blue on the phone, and I'ma cut him loose." So that's how we were catching him hogs. He was hollering code blue because I guess in school that means emergency or something.
Yeah.
And we'd holler code blue on the phone, and she'd cut him
Here
loose.
come the catch dog.
Hell yeah.
And they got a hell of a kick out of that.
Yeah,
They got a kick out of that.
And you know, and that's the right size hogs to catch as well with kids.
Oh,
you know,
it makes it more fun. Them big ones make them kids nervous, and like
shit,
our girls, they ain't big
nervous.
on killing them. They're there for to hang out with the dogs they feed, and every day, and just being out there with us, and that makes it way more of an experience for them and us, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Doing it with them.
I miss all my kids being young. You know, we went back to a property that I hunted. Shit, one of the first places we ever hunted. Actually, I think it was the first property I had in my own. With it, Nate. It's like one of the first ones.
I believe so.
And we were down there the other day, and we walked across this creek. And Logan turned 18 years old that same day, or the day before. And he was 3 years old the first time I carried him across that creek that I remember. And like
Wow.
we walked across there, and I looked, and I literally could sit there and see him. So them memories, man. Everybody talks about, and I ain't taking nothing from the kids because they're like, these kids are making all these memories. It's memories for us too.
Oh man, yeah. We live it through our kids now.
That's right. So a lot of people, we try to make all these memories for our kids as they're young, and it is a memory for them. But at the same time, when they're grown and you're a lot older and you've grown, you look back on it, and it's just as much as a memory for you as it is for them. But it should be, I think. It's just me thinking of it. But having to be able to go catch the right size hogs with their dogs, they get to drive the buggy. They cut the catch dogs loose. Man, I could only imagine that. Phew, that's got to be a good time for them.
Oh, they were tickled. Now, it don't always work out like that. Normally, it's a shit show.
Yeah.
But that's the one time that it worked out perfectly for us because we had all our kids with us, and it was just us.
Shit, you can't beat that. That's all it takes. One good time.
No. Hell no.
Because that right there, that keeps them interested in it.
Oh yeah, because you ask my kids, I don't own a dog. All that's their dog.
Yeah, good.
Oh, hey, with the kids being involved, you get some weird names, though. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah,
They don't sway to different.
yeah. I know when you told me that dog's name was Deer, I was like, that's a little different. Which I've had some dogs with some weird names.
Oh man, we got some names.
Shit, I got one named Kinky.
Yeah.
We had Silver. My wife named two puppies we had before the Silverware twins. They were Spoon and Sport. I was like, we really running out of names, people.
Spoon and Sport.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, my old lady, she's good with them pups and shit, man. When a hurricane hits around here, we go out of town. Our old lady's got to take care of the dogs while we're gone and kids. So we try to make sure our dogs are. We can't.
Well, man,
y'all talk about having some people say they got real feral dogs or bite or real crazy dogs, and we really can't have no dogs like that. That's real hard handling dogs for the kids.
No.
And I mean, we're fine with it if we lose a little bit of stuff to have more well-mannered dogs in the yard because of where we live and just the kids being involved and stuff like that. But
I haven't seen where anything was lost as far as our stuff. Have you, Nate? You ever seen where we lost anything because the dog had a handle on it?
No, not really.
I haven't.
And I'm not
We've
saying
had
we
some
got the
feral
best
dogs, and they
handle
wouldn't
on
want
them.
shit.
I'm not saying they got the absolute best handle on them, but they mind. They ain't gonna jump all over you and shit, and that helps out a lot because the more you make it enjoyable to go out there and deal with the dogs, the easier it is, and the less you're like, damn, I don't feel like going to feed dogs today.
Yeah.
And it's just too easy to go out there every day, scoop shit and feed them, and the kids are able to be involved with it. The pens ain't nasty. Because, I mean, the more, what we find is the more we keep up with our pens and the more consistent we are, the better the dogs are being consistent. And like with this family of dogs we've been messing with, they're consistent. And I feel like you can build off of consistency. You can't build off of inconsistency. So if we see something that they need, or we think that they need to add a little of this or a little bit of that, we can make adjustments if we're being consistent already.
That's right.
Rather than before when everything was just so inconsistent and it just made things more difficult.
Yeah, the consistency factor is huge. Yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, it's huge. We try to feed the same time every day, and we try to stay on a good schedule with everything. Just, I mean, all around it helps, even when we're hunting or anything like that.
What kind of worming and regimen do you guys have, and what kind of flea and tick stuff do y'all do? You have to deal with a lot of that stuff.
Oh yeah. We use the ivermectin. We kind of cycle through a lot of different things. If we use the Safeguard, if we use the Safeguard 1 month, we'll switch over and use a different kind the next month and switch the brands. And we get to where we deal with fleas pretty bad. I don't know why we pick up fleas sometimes, but we'll pick them up and they are, I mean, every time we get them, they're worse. They're harder to kill or whatever.
We switched through the permethrin and
Permethrin, the topical,
the bifrin.
use some bifrin to spray all the houses and stuff down.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's
try
a
to
battle. I think the whole Southeast is like that. The Mid-South, everywhere.
And I don't know about
the
well, I know
moisture.
y'all don't have bad mosquitoes, but down here, them mosquitoes,
the mosquitoes are not
terrible.
bad here. Like where we live at, the mosquitoes, and I tell people, I'm like, the mosquitoes are not bad. People around here, they think they are, but they're not. Like you can go to some areas now. We went down there with John the other day down there on the river, and them son of a bitches will eat you. I mean, they'll tear your ass up. But that's
down there in Dulac, you can scoop them with a shovel. I'm telling you.
shit.
They thick, boys.
God damn, scoop with a shovel.
They'll cut a LED off.
I know that's the way it was when I was growing up, man. You'd be riding through there catching frogs, and you'll just turn that light on for just a second. Be like, there he is. You cut it off. Just ease around a little bit. Because you knew when you turn it on, when you turn that light and you put it on him, you can't take it off of him. Because he's going to sink.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as you turn that light on, you got it. Man, them some bitches will make you pay for it. God, dog.
Oh, they will.
Don't open your mouth. No,
I ain't gonna lie.
We do a pretty good bit of frogging. We do everything. We outdoorsy people.
Y'all poach a lot. Don't lie.
As needed. We'll say that.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
As needed, we'll say it gets interesting.
Yeah, that's okay.
That comes back to that same word.
Because I was listening to some of the bullshit y'all was talking. I mean, some of the stuff you were telling, and it said we got all these little properties. Deer was 2.7 miles over their fucking bait. I'm like, that don't sound like he's on the same property.
Hey, well, like we said, the neighbors most of the time hate hogs as much as
We're working on getting it bigger and bigger.
Sometimes it's better to meet people like that. Hey, look, our dog's actively bait over there. You want to go kill a hog?
Yeah.
Normally, they're like, I'll see it done.
Matter of fact, the same piece of property is what, 1,000, 1,200? I don't know. It's like probably close to 1,000, 1,200 acres. Old deer was bait on somebody else's property, and then the landowner's coming out the fence.
Yeah.
He's like, y'all got a dog barking back there. I was like, you mind we go get him? Oh, yeah. Come on. So, we picked up another little 400 acres right there.
There you go.
Picked up. He's like, if they get over here, it'll be all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with
He's
that.
like, just shoot me a text.
Yep.
If that's all I got to do, I got you.
But as far as just dumping on other people's property, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We got a little more respect than that.
I think that's the majority of dog hunters. I know that you hear bullshit. I mean, you hear bad stuff all the time about people doing it on purpose. But I just don't. I don't think that's the majority at all. I think it's just there's one or two guys being assholes to each other and doing that. Because most of us are the same. We're like, man, I'm never going to dump right on your property.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
I got more respect than that.
I got more respect for myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And in all honesty, I don't need to go hit your bait piles. I got dogs. I go over here and do this. If I got to do all that, well, then I ain't got no dogs worth of shit.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't have.
I can honestly say we've cut dogs off, and we probably a lot of times, you get in the back of your head thinking you're fucking the dog up, call them off the track.
Yeah.
But we done it many times just because we didn't want no problems. We
That's
knew
right.
that it was going a little bit too far and just turned them all around.
And you hear a lot of controversy with that. Some people you'll hear say they'll never call their dog off a track, but I mean, we got to sometimes. We got to get out the way.
But has it ever messed your dogs up to where they wouldn't hunt?
No, I personally, we've never had a problem with them messing them up or anything like that. Normally I don't see no difference in it if it's we hunt all summer. So, I mean, if it's getting hot, we got to call the dog out. I don't see no difference in it.
Yeah. I think a lot of that might go more towards houndsmen, guys who are running straight hounds. And I don't mean that in a negative way by no means. So if anybody's out there listening that's running straight hounds, call me and tell me what it is, what the deal is. Because I've talked to guys who are running hounds and they're like, look, I'm not going to turn the dogs around. Now they might go cut them off and pack fresh dogs in or something like that. But very seldom are they ever just going to pull them off that track. I do. We do it a lot. If they get
ours are pretty good about coming off.
Yeah. Every now and then we'll have one that wants to be hard-headed, but generally they'll come off and come on back.
Yeah. Oh, and sometimes them hard-headed dogs are the better ones anyways.
Yeah. And when I say call them off or turn them around, it's usually because they've done went, a mile and a half from where we originally started.
Yeah.
And, or let's say, they was already a mile and a half or they're getting out of range on the antenna. We move closer, pick them back up, and they're another mile and a half. So now we're 3 to 4 miles where we originally started from. So it's like, look, man, we gotta do something now. Or there's main highways. Not everybody has 10 to 20,000 acres of just wide open country that they can hunt. We don't have it like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that I
My
would want
thing
it like
is,
that.
You get a hog start running, 2-3 miles. The only way he's stopping is when he can't breathe no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then why put your dog through all that over one hog?
He ran that far already. He's probably not going to stop.
Yeah.
Get him on another one. It's too easy to get him on a different hog.
I get both sides of it. I really do. Because I'm the same type of guy who's like, look, I just pull mine. We'll go right over here, and I'll put them on double. But I've been with those same
move areas a little bit.
I've been with the same people, or I've been with guys that have these dogs. They're powerhouses. When you turn them loose, you're not picking them up. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
You got to go get them. And they will run a fucking hog until he cannot breathe anymore. And them dogs love it.
They got a lot of property.
And that's the truth. We went with Henry Williams. We had a 5.5, 6 hour race, 100 degrees now, 100 plus degrees.
Wow.
This was in June, end of June, 1st of July, smoking ass hot. And them dogs of his, them son of bitches would get it, son. I'm talking about them motherfuckers was skint back.
Hell yeah.
Oh, one of them blowed his ear all the way
That's what I'm
off.
talking
His ear flipped back and come off. That son of a bitch was fast.
God dang.
Yeah, I'm 32 miles an hour. But maybe not that much.
God,
That son of a bitch. But anyway, they literally run the hog until he fucked up and came out in a cotton field. And that was his ass then. He wound up
burned his ass up.
They tore that son. I'm talking about like we ran out of a damn tank of gas in that Toyota just chasing dogs. I've never hog hunted like that. You know what I mean? I've never run dogs like that. And I had a new appreciation for it. So I get both sides of it. Because when you got a dog that will not get off of, will not leave it, will not quit, you can't make that.
Oh, you got to respect it.
Hell yeah. I put it this way.
You got to respect the dog with a big motor.
We came home with 3 of them. we came home with 3 puppies. I was like, look here.
Oh yeah.
If you offer, and I'm damn sure gonna take them. I don't know what they'll be. We don't know until we put them in the woods. But I'm like, hey, we damn sure gonna give them a shot.
A lot of times down there in that marsh, you get a dog that he gets real far out there. You spend more time going around picking him up than actually hunting.
Yeah.
And you waste a lot of your time because, I mean, down here, we are limited on time in the mornings to hunt because once that sun comes up, it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That marsh, it's like 6-8 foot tall, so it's just an oven underneath there.
Yeah, there's no air moving.
So you're really limited. Yeah, you're really limited on time.
So how long do y'all usually get when y'all throw a cast out? What's the time frame you got?
4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Normally we'll start 4 to 6 hours probably. We'll start like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll wake up and cut them, let them go, and then move around from there. Depending, if we catch a couple right off the bat, then we'll call it short. But this year, running them puppies and letting them kind of try to figure it out on their own and just see what naturally they're doing. We ain't caught as many hogs this year, but it's been a lot more fun, just seeing them going through the phases and becoming dogs, I guess. Hopefully we'll figure it out eventually.
Oh,
Other than that, we got a couple dogs.
Yeah, that's when we went down there with Logan Campbell, and then like there was a few days we didn't turn loose till like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we didn't start till then.
Yeah, that's what. And
In the afternoon?
yeah, like in the morning. Yeah.
Oh God!
We did listen. And I will say this: your dogs will do more than what you think. We turned dogs loose.
Oh, I believe it.
And they jumped in there in the race, and we ran till 30 minutes before dark. And they started the race at 9:30 that morning, and we picked them up at 6:30 that evening. And they kept that so much pressure to one block. I'm talking about
we
was
picking
ridiculous.
up by 9:30 normally.
Shit, it was hot. Oh Lord, it was hot.
Yeah, by 9:30 we picking up. We're going back to the camp. We'll go fishing or whatever.
Oh yeah. But like I said,
that afternoon,
those dogs ran like it didn't bother them.
That's great. Hey, we never really push ours that hard up in that heat like that. We had a couple of them get hot, and ever since then, I kind of got nervous with it. We only hunt nights and mornings, really.
Mm-hmm.
Gets too hot in the middle of the day, we'll call them off. Just because, I feel like I've ruined a couple dogs of heat stroking them out. They never hunted the same.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that.
And I feel like that's my own negligence. You know what I mean? I know better. I know I won't be running at 105 in July.
Yeah.
After I then ran 3 miles. I mean, I blame myself more or less for that. That's kind of why we hunt around that heat of the day now.
When we started going with these other people, going to traveling some, I started seeing how these dogs were. And I was like, man, that's a whole different level of a dog. That's what I'm saying. It's not like everybody's dog can't do that shit. Drop them out at 9 or 10 o'clock or at 2 o'clock that evening. 3 o'clock, let's make another cast. Yeah. Shit, 3 o'clock, my dog's they done died 4 times. Shit. Like hell.
We ain't gonna put our dogs through that. Unnecessarily, we ain't gonna put them through it if we don't have to.
Yeah.
If we can hunt the mornings and nights, we'll hunt the mornings and nights. It sucks for everybody out there. You out there, down here is hot. And down there hunting that marsh, you don't get a lot of breeze.
Yeah, I can only imagine how thick that is. That'd be like hunting in the middle of a cornfield or worse.
Yep. We hunt some sugarcane fields too, and them sugarcane's rough.
Yeah, y'all was telling me
it's like
about
a wall. Oh, dude, that sugarcane's rough. You get on a big hog in that sugarcane, he'll go to tearing some shit up because that sugarcane don't give.
I've never been in any of that shit there. I'm not saying
that sugarcane will cut the hell out of you too.
Really?
Shit, we baited up some hog and sugarcane. Went to go send the catch dog. We had a vest on him. He hit the cane and bounced back out. We had to take the vest off of him and resend him back in there
so he could slip up in there.
Damn, that's crazy. And I've heard several people tell me about how thick it is like that. So, like I said, I don't know that I want to. I'd like to go.
We'll have to get y'all down there and hunt that marsh and see if we can get in some of that sugar cane so you at least experience it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like to
see it one time.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate said he likes to endure the sucks.
Yes. Embrace the suck.
Gotta
Embrace
deal
the
with
suck.
it. Gotta deal with it. That's what
Oh, it
David
seems like
Goggins would say.
the most sucky hunts make the best times.
It definitely makes the best memories.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're going to remember them.
Yeah, you go.
You're going to remember them some bitches. That's for sure. So, well, fellas, man, that's, we had one of the best, like when y'all came up, we hit it off with y'all. We all hit it off real good, real easy. And I've noticed that there's been a lot of the people that I've met through here, social media, stuff like that. It seems like, they're more like-minded than a lot of the people that I'm around all the time. So, you guys said that y'all don't really hunt with other people. So are y'all going to start trying to do that more? Y'all going to, start trying to travel a little bit?
Yeah,
or?
we enjoy it. I mean, the one time we come up there with y'all, we enjoyed ourselves. And, I mean, it was an experience altogether. We had a wonderful time. Like you said, we kicked it off. But, we would love to hunt with other people, hunt around different areas and just stuff like that. I mean, we built a dog trailer that we haul our stuff because everywhere we hunt is 2 hours from the house. So
Yeah.
we built a dog trailer that we could travel and the dogs can sleep and everything in it. We could haul the buggies and all. So we definitely up for traveling and just experiencing different places and new people.
Hell yeah.
'Cause we were always worried about a lot of people the couple people that I got dogs off of Facebook and shit, they were normally assholes, and the dogs I got from them were bone thin or just in bad off condition.
Yeah.
Just people that be honest, I wouldn't hunt with because, I mean, we're picky about the people we hunt with because we hunt with our kids.
Well, you have to be. Yeah, that's a whole different variable there.
You can't trust people that much anymore, kind of. It's a different world. Yeah. And I mean, it's not cool with leaving our kids on a buggy by somebody else. They're going to come with us and we hunting together. Or we don't always have to bring our kids. And like we went with y'all, we didn't bring them. So, I mean, it was a totally different experience.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we are definitely down to hunt with new people and just meet new people and see how they hunt. Because, I mean, you always learn something. We try to learn something new every time we go.
That's us, man. And I've learned a lot. Yeah. I've been doing it a long
them
time.
Dogs
but I've
taught
learned
us
a
how
lot.
to hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it takes too. Like you said, y'all aren't from.
We didn't know how to hunt
generations.
hogs with dogs at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they taught us how. Yeah.
So how hard was that? I mean, like just the whole process to that right there. I mean, not knowing what to do, and just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking do this."
It was a lot of trial by fire, and I mean, we made a lot of mistakes, and we ruined probably
ruined a lot of good.
Probably a lot of good dogs just not being young because, like, I look back at it now, and I got a Catahoula out of Texas when I first started, and me and my dad went out there and picked it up. And if I'd have him right now, I mean, he was a winded machine, and I thought we didn't know anything. At first, I was like, why the hell is this some bitch keep barking on this buggy?
Yeah.
We tried to smack him in the head. We cut him loose one day. He went and got a hog. We're like, all right, this dude's doing something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of it was trial by fire because we didn't know. I mean, I ain't afraid to say it. We ain't know shit. But everything we learned was just hunting. We continuously went, The times it sucked, we'd be like, all right, how can we make this better? We went a lot of times where we didn't catch a hog.
We tried not to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
And we slowly started getting to where the puzzle pieces were starting to fit together.
Yeah,
And shit, I ain't gonna lie, we're still building that damn puzzle.
Hey, I think it goes on forever.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, you got pieces to the puzzle, and you're putting them together.
And I'm gonna be honest, listening to podcasts and
that's helped out a lot.
All that's helped.
What's really interesting to us is like genetics and just like natural abilities of dogs and how people are line breeding and things like that. And we're trying to adapt all the things we hear. Some things we don't, some things we do, but try to pick and choose what we're doing and just continue on trying to make better dogs than we had before. And that's a big deal with, like you said, with genetics and stuff.
it can play.
Just trying to
Go ahead.
Just trying to keep a consistent,
Yeah.
consistent dogs. That's like our biggest thing is just trying to keep them consistent because, like I said earlier, we can't build on anything if we ain't consistent.
Exactly. If you don't have something there, if you don't have a foundation, you can't build anything, no matter what. You can go get dogs from all these people, and you can get a jam up dog and another jam up dog and breed them and turn out nothing. And then you can take two dogs that's just, they're okay, but they're okay all the time. And you might cross them two, come out with something phenomenal. But is it going to happen every time? That's the thing. Are you going to turn that out litter after litter, year after year? That's where that comes into play. That's a whole different deal.
Oh yeah, the goal is to, and that's kind of where we're going with it. We're gonna keep breeding these dogs, the best ones with the best characteristics and everything we're looking for, and just continue to try to line breed them and go out if we need to or whatever we need to do, and just try to produce it. That way we don't have to go out and get dogs every time we lose a dog. We could just kind of stay on the same drawing board, and we know what we have. We're going to be, more used to the dogs we have and the characteristics that we're looking for, because we'll be able to pick them up a little bit better with the consistency of the dogs, hopefully. That's in a perfect world, but that's the end goal.
Yeah. That's, like I said, it's one of them deals where you take a gamble, but when you can see that it's paying off on that, like you said, you get that first litter and they're doing good. If you had, how many puppies did y'all have out of the ones y'all got right now?
We had 7. We got 6 that are still. One of them died, but we have 6 right now that we're hunting. They just about a year old.
And all 6 of them are hunting?
Oh, they stay busy.
That's what I'm saying. So that's good. You don't have 3 of them that's doing it, and then 2 of them that won't leave your feet, and then one of them that's over there still at the house, forgot where it was at.
Some of them, I will say, like, we got 2 male dogs. They're a little bit closer, like they'll stay busy around you, but they're not. A couple of our female pups, they're going out further. They're doing a little more. And I'm not saying that all these suckers are going to be great or all of them's going to make it by any means necessary, but they hunting around,
They're not sitting there just standing by your feet, sit down.
The problems that we were having before with the dogs that never leaving us and wanting us to find the hogs and they'll run them, we're not having those problems no more. The dogs are hunting out, and
that's what I'm saying. So you're on the right path.
Like, they're close to us. We're saying they making probably like 100-yard loops, 200-yard loops.
Yeah.
The females, for some reason, our females hunt they hunt further out than the males do.
Yeah, they seem to be doing better than they are. But like I said, everything changes day by day. I'm not saying they're all going to be great or anything like that, but just how they're hunting, we're happy with them right now, and we feeding them, so that's all that really matters, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the truth. That's what I'm saying. It's just like you were talking about with the consistency deal. If you've got the whole litter and they're all working, now they, like you said, they're still real young and there's a long way to go. But
we
it's
haven't
looking
put them
pretty good right now,
by no means.
Sounds
but we showed the first pig we showed them, they all bayed. And shit, from what we had before, none of them bayed. So
yeah, well, yeah, you're on the right path, then. That's
we
for
did
sure.
We did a mock hunt. They did fine with mock hunt.
Yeah, we started them out just kind of. We would just bring them as puppies and shit, like how we always started them. Just bring them out as pups, walking around in the woods for fun at first, and just letting kids run around with them, playing in the creeks and shit like that, and kind of raise them up around the kids and all. So they're used to them.
Well, what I like, that all of them stay busy. Now, one of them, almost the whole time you with them, they're not sitting still. They're not just standing there. They're moving. Nose down, running around, doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like myself. Ain't no doubt about it.
And, shit, we'll just hunt them around. We'll hunt them out, If we get 2 good dogs out of it, hey, I'm happy with it.
Well,
we'll just keep on going and keep on trying, and we'll keep building what we got, or trying to at least, until it don't work, and then we'll restart.
That's it. Yeah, sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes just wiping the whole thing clean and saying, look, I got to do something different. And that is a hard thing to do.
Yeah. I ain't afraid to restart though. We restarted a couple times already.
Yep. So, it's hard to do something like if you've got 10 full years in it and then you just walk, it's a whole different deal. You're like, dang. But at the same time, what's your end goal? What are you looking for? If you don't put forth the time and the effort, you ain't never gonna get no damn where anyway. So I mean, it's all in what you want to do. It's what it comes down to. So,
yep.
So y'all got anything else out there for the listeners?
No, sir. We appreciate y'all.
Well, no, I mean like just because there's some guys out here right now that's wanting to get started in it, and they're gonna go through the same trials and tribulations y'all did. Do y'all got any advice for the people, the guys and the girls that's gonna just start from nothing?
Take your time and try to find somebody that's got a lot of experience in it and just start picking their brain.
Biggest thing is have patience.
Yeah. Patience is definitely a virtue.
Yeah.
Don't try to rush it. When we
hurried up and got a whole shit ton of dogs and ended up with 20 head of dog and 4 of them would find a hog.
And it was fighting going on with the dogs. Like, just be patient. Take your time. Pick the right dog that you need for the right scenario.
And learn from your yard mistakes and woods mistakes fast. Because the faster you learn from them, the faster you can move forward.
Amen. That's a fact.
Temperature. Yeah, definitely temperature. Them dogs get to hot and start stroking out, man. That shit gets stressful.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no doubt. So, but man, we appreciate y'all taking your time and getting on here and talking with us. Like I said, being able to start from nothing and to be successful in it, and now to start basically having your own line of dogs that you're working on, and
well, not our own line.
It will be. It'll be
he's the one kind of.
Yeah, y'all got
we're just trying to keep up with what he's doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Y'all got a line of dogs that you're breeding, so I mean it's working. So I mean that speaks volumes in itself, and so that I mean the listeners out there that are new to it, maybe they'll pay attention to that and try to follow suit, and maybe they can have the same type of success that you guys have. I hope
I don't know about success, but we trying.
Well, it's working, man.
We're still working on it.
Well,
it's still in the sweat stage of it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're still in the same one myself, so it gets better as it goes along. You learn how to handle it. When you got somebody like Nate that takes care of all the shit that he takes care of for us, it's like it ain't nothing for me. It's easy for me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But Nate's got his damn hands full. So he's the one making all the decisions and stuff now. I kind of sit back and sometimes I want to do something. He's like, I don't think we ought to do that. And I'm thinking myself, I'm like, now look here, I know what the hell I'm doing. But then, I start
to think you're too old for all this.
I do, and then, but I do. I'm like, I remember a time when I wanted to change stuff and do things different, and I went against the grain a few times, and it worked. It worked, and it worked very well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's see what happens. And there's been a few times where I had to back up and be like, damn, hey, that worked out pretty damn good. And I expressed that too. I let him know, hey, that worked out good.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what it takes. When you're working something like that, with you guys being brothers, it's. I know do y'all ever butt heads a whole lot?
No,
not really.
Yeah.
No, we never really do. We pretty understanding, and we kind of on the same page. So
well, that's helpful.
We try to stay on the same page.
Yeah.
I mean, we were raised together, done everything together from the beginning, so we kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man.
The next
that's a good thing. Well, fellas, man, I appreciate y'all. It's been damn good talking to you.
Oh yes.
I ain't got to talk to you on the phone in a while.
Yes, sir.
And
I'm telling you, we appreciate y'all, man. To be honest, we learn a lot from y'all. To the new listeners and the new people who hog hunt, they need to listen to these podcasts because without that, we would still not know what the fuck's going on. I mean, we still don't, but hey, we feel a little better.
There you go. Well, we're gonna come see y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Deer season's kicking off up here in a few days, and it won't be too long, and we'll be coming down to see y'all.
Hey, we down. You just let us know, and shit, we'll come up there to y'all.
All right, that'll work, my
It's
man.
easy.
Appreciate y'all.
All right.
All right.
Well, y'all tell the family we say hello, and tell them babies come on see us.
All right, we'll do.
All right, see y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
All right.
All right, y'all. That was Kyle and Hunter, man. That's two of the best, like, salt of the earth kind of guys that you can meet. We really hit it off good when they come up, and like, we didn't know each other, like, we hadn't really talked at all.
No.
And they came up and hunted with us, stayed the weekend, had a good time, and
That's some real cool dudes.
yeah, when they said, "Hey, we're gonna stay in touch," like they do. I promise you. I know what, at least no more than 2 weeks goes by, and you know, I'd say no more than 2 weeks goes by and we don't, text or something back and forth. So, but anyway, they got a good little program they're working with. They're sticking with it. It's a tough thing to do. A lot of guys that's been doing it for a long time, I say it's a tough thing to do. It's all in if you want to do it or not. That's what it comes down to, and they want to do it. So some of you new listeners out there, if you got any questions or anything like that, try to find somebody that's been doing it a while, pick their brain, talk with them, message them, hit them up on social media, stuff like that. Don't be scared to go out and go hunt with other people and learn something new and learn the way that they hunt their dogs and stuff, and different terrain, different properties, different styles of hunting, and just be open-minded about it. It makes the whole thing go a little better, it seems. Sometimes you'll sit back and you'll be like, man, I got it pretty good where I'm at. And then the next time you'll be like, damn, I thought I really had it, but I don't, It's back and forth like that. So we appreciate y'all listening to us. Y'all just y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and we'll keep doing what we doing. We'll keep putting these things out. Y'all make sure to check out all our social media stuff. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow. Make sure you interact. That way we can keep this thing moving.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be long. Probably another week and a half, 2 weeks. We'll have a new studio up and going.
Hopefully so.
And we plan on doing some stuff where you can actually see what's happening when we do these podcasts from time to time. Might be a little video action in there. You never know. Can't tell all of it. So y'all have to just keep listening. Y'all stay with us. Till the next time. We'll see y'all.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.